We're going to begin preparing our roast chicken dinner by cutting up all our vegetables that are going to roast at the exact same time as our chicken. And I'm starting off with the butternut. I've found that the easiest way to peel a butternut is with a vegetable peeler. It peels just like that. In a matter of minutes, you've got the whole butternut peeled. Next, I'm going to cube the butternut and try to get all your cubes to be as even as possible so that some don't cook faster than others. I'm going to put all of the butternut into my mixing bowl first, and this is where I'm going to season the butternut. Next, I'm going to add a bit of neutral oil and give it a good mix. I often use avocado oil and or olive oil. Give it a good mix so that each cube is well coated, because now we're going to throw on the seasonings and we want the seasoning to stick. I'm going to start off by putting a little bit of salt, some black pepper, about a teaspoon of basil, and a teaspoon of garlic powder. And now I'm going to give it a nice good mix. And then it's going to go straight onto the baking sheet that I've already lined with a parchment paper. My tip for making sure that the parchment paper sticks is scrunch it up, and it sits a whole lot better on your baking tray. Now I'm going to empty out my vegetables right onto the tray. Next vegetable that we're going to prepare is a potato. They've already been washed and dried. I'm going to leave the skin right on because they're roasting, and I prefer to have my potato roasted with the skin on. Again, I'm going to cut it to about the same size in terms of cubes so that they don't overcook or undercook, and they cook in the same time as my squash because they're going to go right next to it. I'm going to season the potatoes right in the same bowl so that we're saving ourselves a bit of time and effort. We're going to season it the same way we did with the butternut, with a little bit of salt, pepper. Start off with a little bit of oil, neutral oil. Then I'm going to add salt and pepper. Remember, you can add salt at the end when it comes out of the oven as well, so don't over season it before it goes into the oven. And maybe just a little bit of the garlic powder. Give it just a little more zip. Once that's in there, we're going to give it a really good mix. Make sure that seasoning is attached to all the little different cubes. And it's going to go straight onto the tray. When you're pouring it onto the tray, try to make sure that you don't have too many on top of each other. You want them to cook on all sides and really get a nice roasted, crusted top. This tray is now ready for the oven. It should go in for about 20 to 25 minutes at 375. Next, we're going to season and lay down our chicken quarters. I'm doing a few extras so that we have some for lunches as well. So not only are you making a roast chicken dinner, but at the exact same time, you're preparing some of your chicken for lunches for the rest of the week. I start off by seasoning one side completely, and then I flip them over and season the other side. My seasoning for this roast chicken is black pepper, a generous amount of black pepper on top. Next, I'm seasoning with a bit of salt. Next, I have some basil. Next, granulated onion. Last but not least is a little bit of paprika. It works to give you a bit of color. I'm using smoky paprika, so it also gives it a hint of a smoky flavor. Now that these are all seasoned, it's time to flip them all over. I'm going to use tongs so that I don't contaminate my gloves. And I'm going to flip them all over and repeat the process with the exact same seasoning. Spray the chickens with a little bit of cooking oil. A light spray on top, and it's going to go straight into the oven at 375. It'll take anywhere between 30 to 35 minutes. The prep was less than 10 minutes. Now we're going to let the oven do its thing and cook it all at the same time. You can do whatever else you want now while dinner gets ready. In less than 35 minutes, our roast chicken dinner is ready to be served with butternut, roasted potatoes, and beautiful basil paprika chicken. Does this not look absolutely delicious? More importantly, this works out to less than $2 per serving. Let me plate it up for you. Here's your mouth-watering roast chicken dinner. Enjoy, subscribe for more great, easy recipes that are very budget friendly.